Hello, this is Gary Wishon, the disgruntled heathen. Oh, good Gautama, the ultra liberals are losing their shit. Their Mecca, their sacred land, Sweden, has finally put in border controls. For once, holy shit, 190,000 immigrants later, a good portion of them psychotic as fuck. They're finally putting in border controls. Housing crisis. Ridiculous housing crisis. They're finally putting in border controls. I'm going to read you part of an article. Sweden announced Wednesday that it would implement temporary border controls for an initial 10-day period that could be extended to a 20-day period. I've read other articles that cried doom and gloom. Oh, they just completely closed them off. Now all these poor people, fuck that. It's not indefinite. It followed similar moves by countries such as Germany and France and Sweden, so far resisted. But this came after a formal request from the immigration agency that said it could no longer afford the guarantee shelter for refugees. Finally, Sweden has very smart people, intellectual people. It leads the world in education in many areas, but they're not wise. Wisdom is you have only X amount of housing. You only take in X amount of people. Guilt has played a huge role in this whole crisis. I know something about guilt. I'm a rageaholic. There's many things I feel guilty about. Things I had no control over? Never. Sweden's finally learning that. You help when you can, as much as you can. You can't help now, you can help later. Nowhere in Sweden's moves and announcements and notices have they said this is permanent. Oh, but the liberals are just losing their shit. The ultra liberals are just losing their shit and crying a fucking river. I congratulate Sweden for finally waking up to the fact that maybe you don't want people who are going to rape your women in your country. Maybe you should try to screen those people out. Defend your culture. It's worth defending. Maybe not let in the people who want to destroy your culture. And feel guilty about things you've done. Not things people have done to other people. Yes, they got a raw deal in a lot of cases. But it's not your fault, dear Sweden. Jesus Christ. It's just ridiculous. These people are burning down their own refugee centers. They are trying to pass themselves off as children, to limbo their way under the legal bars. And it takes this much crisis for Sweden to finally wake up. I'm just glad they finally did so. And again, they're not doing this forever. Temporary measure. I wish the liberals would stop the gloom and doom bullshit. Till next time, article down below.